Let's talk about hair. It's not your average conversation. It's not your average conversation about hair.
Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to Main Talk, conversations about hair. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Not your average conversation about hair.
Not your average conversations about hair. So I'm excited about tonight's show.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm excited about the fun and the variety of opinions that we have brought together to talk about this topic.
Right.
Yeah.
And what a topic it is. So, you the music lover. I'm gonna let you talk about it. You the music lover. And but you love all types of genre.
Yeah. I like all types of genre, but hip hop, the secret side of me may like some things, and
well,
side of me may not. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I'm the straight up hip hop. I love.
This is your topic. Then this is your topic.
So I love hip hop. Okay, so I love hip hop, and for a while, I would say I was a closet Cardi B lover, only because of my age. I didn't want people to judge me that I like Cardi B's music, and so for maybe about 2 years, I went in the closet. I just went in the closet. I wouldn't follow her page, but I would peep over at her page. You know what I'm saying? Just to go over there. And then about a couple years ago, maybe last year, I just came out. I just liked her page, and I'm just on it all the time. So, I downloaded her music. We play it at the salon. I download the clean version, of course. I download the clean version because I am
at the salon, of course.
At the salon, but even in my car, because I can't do it. I can't do it.
But my question is, since you've aged yourself, I didn't age you, but did you listen to Kaya?
Okay, so I listened to Ice-T, Let's Get Butt Naked, and you know what that right. So that was what we.
So you've been in the closet about this situation for a minute,
right? But I did.
But
it when I was
Luke. Did you listen to Luke?
I did. I was a big Luke Skywalker fan.
Yeah,
But now, but even then, the lyrics then is still a little different than now.
No, they was kind of like the same. We probably got the clean version of it, but I heard some bad versions and they were bad. Like they were really bad. You know what I mean? Like, like they always say, it's a bit different when a girl does it versus a guy, right? They can get away with saying some things, but when a girl says it, because we're supposed to be the lady in the street, right?
Right.
Then it's a bit different.
Lady in the street and you
in the bedroom. So what you listen to your bedroom, you're not supposed to know, right? Unless you be so lucky to tell them, yeah.
I try not to be biased because that's part of it. So tonight, guys, that's our whole conversation. We're going to be talking about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's new song WAP. I love both of them individually as an artist, but this is Main Talk, so we got to talk about kind of the hair. So the biggest influence that I felt like that they were bringing back was this hairstyle. And when I saw the album cover, they went way back to the old hairstyles that the girls used to wear, and some would call it ghetto, like the hood girls' hair. So were they trying to give a hood girl fear? Fear with the song, with the hood girl hair. So the question was, can hair really be classified as ghetto? They came out with this song WAP, and along with the WAP, they didn't come out with hairstyles that they're wearing today, not with like their regular wig or braids. They came out
specifically, they came out with the hairstyle that Halle Berry and the young lady said on that movie, Babs, right? And Babs, that's the hairstyle that they had, like on Babs. And in Babs, those girls really were from what we call the hood, their whole lifestyle, because in the movie, it kind of cultured them to be a little different, and they changed their dress and they changed this to once they were cultured, but they were known that this was like a hood hairstyle, and they specifically did that, I think, let us not talk about it,
we'll get some other people in. Right. And so that's why we wanted to have a conversation. We want to ask for those who are watching, and we want you to comment below. We have a couple guests that are in the room that want to weigh in on this discussion, but can hairstyles be classified as ghetto? And we want all opinions, because the truth of the matter is that Ianta, for real, I'm going back and forth, calling you Ianta, Kai, Ianta, my co-host, going back and forth, that sometimes we can see for real, a white woman. Do we have any hood hairstyles or, poor white trash hairstyles, as they would say? I don't really think so, but we see a white woman, her hair's cut, we can look at a hairstyle and be like, oh, it looked like she got money. But in our community, we can look at a hairstyle and be like, oh, she hood.
Yeah, and specifically, Deshaun, I want to, because I like a dictionary. Quickly say that ghetto, right, are what we use in slang, right? But and we know as African Americans that we have put a lot of words in the dictionary. But according to the dictionary, ghetto is a part of a city, especially a slum area, occupied by a minority group or groups. So when we talk about, because see, a lot of times we use that word so slangily that we're not even clear on the definition of the word. So we're not clear when we say, oh, they look ghetto, that we're really talking about, we're really offended people, because it's become so slang. We talk about in music and culture. That's what we talk. We say woo child. I say that all the time. Woo child. You know what I mean? But it means different things when I say that, right? Right. But ghetto, as I just gave the definition, is really an insult, right? It's kind of like calling people bougie. It's really an insult. So I guess that's why we had so many people to say, I want to be on the show to talk about this topic.
Right. Because technically, by your definition, so now let's go back based on your definition. Do people that live in a certain area, in a certain city that may be considered slum and are minority, do they wear their hair a certain way because maybe they're not getting it done in the salon, or maybe they're getting it done in a quote unquote ghetto or hood salon? Like, this is the way they wear their hair. So then when the movie came out years ago, Baps, those hairstyles were considered hood, and even us in our own race, we consider those hairstyles hood. Let's have a conversation. Let's join in. We're gonna let somebody else join the conversation. You ready to bring in the conversation?
Let's get it going. We only have 30 minutes and we got a lot, so let's get it.
We got a lot. Okay, so let's bring in. We're gonna bring in Jasmine. Let me bring her on in. We're gonna bring Jasmine to give. And Jasmine is from a younger generation.
Yeah.
Jasmine is 30. So Jasmine, go ahead and let me know, how do you feel? Can hairstyles really be classified as ghetto?
I actually do not feel that hairstyles should be classified as ghetto, only because just because something that works for me doesn't work for you, don't make it ghetto.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hey, I do not feel that hairstyles should be classified as ghetto, only because.
I'm sorry, I was trying to look. Somebody got comments on the screen. Go ahead, Jasmine. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. But I don't think they should be classified as ghetto, only because something that works for me might not work for you. Also, when it comes to hairstyles, in the work community, the way my hair grows naturally, my hair is considered unprofessional. But is that fair for my hair to be considered unprofessional when this the way I grow out my hair, and other people hair grow out straight, but their hair is perfectly okay? Just because something that works for you doesn't work for me, that's not okay.
But do you agree? So maybe, do you agree or don't you agree that maybe people that live in a certain area that may have a certain income may wear their hair in a way that other people may classify as ghetto?
Yeah, I think other people will classify it as ghetto, but I don't think it should be classified as ghetto. I just think that sometimes I think when people talk about ghetto, they kind of look down upon those people with lower incomes. Oh, they're wearing their hair like that, I got more money, I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? So I don't think that that's okay. So that's why I wouldn't classify it as ghetto. It might not work for me, but I don't think that we should kind of demean other people just because they want to wear their hair in a way that I might not like.
And Jasmine, you know that, I think that when this classification of ghetto and the people that classify their hair as ghetto, because they made a whole movie about it, right? And people are proud to say, oh, they have their hair like we wear our hair. I think that historically we've worn our hair even with braids as a way to identify the tribe that we're from, so that our people know that we're from this tribe and this is who we are, and we're family, right? So the same as if I wear my hair a particular way, then people are going to know she's from here, she's from this area, she's from I know people that's from where I'm from, because I don't want to offend anybody. People know I'm from. And I know people from other parts of Georgia that wear their hair a particular way, but when we see them, we know that's where they're from, right?
That's where they're from.
And they're trying to send messages to their people that I'm you and you're me. So when people outside of that area, the same way people see us as Black people, when you're outside that area, you see things differently, but really inside that group, it's our way of identifying with each other. Same way we may wear Tuskegee or our HBCU is how we identify with each other. The hair is the same way. And historically has been that way.
I feel like it's a way for other people, like if we're in the same area, that's how we connect with each other. But just because somebody else sees, like people on the outside, they've never seen it before. Oh, well, what is that? Da-da-da. Then they classify it as ghetto, but then go and wear it. And then we try to make it better. So no, it don't even be better. It's just they're wearing it, and then they try to rename it, and then say, okay, so now it's ours, so we renamed it, so now this is it. But you just called it ghetto. Like people with braids, they say our braids are ghetto sometimes, but then you go see people in magazines who are our color wearing braids, and you're like, what, boxer braids? Boxer braids? What are that? Those aren't boxer braids. Those are cornrows. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think that that's okay to classify hair as ghetto, only because it's a way for us to connect, and just because you've never seen it before, it's not what you would do. It doesn't make it ghetto. Sometimes I feel like it's a way to kind of demean people and lower people in who has less money or status or something like that, live in a certain area.
So Jasmine, what do you think about the ladies with this particular song? And you know the song, and you're kind of in this age group, Jasmine, right? So what do you think about the ladies with this song that I'm sure most have heard? I can't listen to the bad version, even though I low-key like the song, but the bad version like literally bleed my ears, like, right? So what do you think about, why do you think that they, with this particular song, decided to do their hair in a way that most see as ghetto, because they identify, and I'm only saying that because they identified it as a way to relate to the Baps, because it's almost the same style, and that's how that movie was advertised. I'm not classifying a whole group of people, right? I'm saying, I'm asking you, since you're in that generation, why do you think they did it in this way?
I think they did it in this way just to kind of show like where they're from, their roots. Like, this is who we are. This is what we like.
So is that roots hood girl? Is that root hood? Like, are we a hood girl?
Yeah, it definitely could be hood girl roots. It sure can, because that's where you see the hairstyle at. Mostly people in the hood. When I think about the hairstyle, I think about the 90s, people going to Freaknik and stuff like that. Them type of hairstyles.
I hear about it, some people.
Huh? I'm too young for that, but you know what I mean.
No, I'm saying the hairstyles, like everybody with the Freaknik one, like that now. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm not saying everybody, but I've never been a Freaknik.
That's what I heard.
Like that's what I can think of. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody didn't wear their hair like that, but that's what I think of. I think of the hairstyle, but you gotta hold on. But but I think that they just kind of like an identifier, just kind of like, oh yeah, we from the hood. This is who we are. We can switch it up, because they wear their hair different types of way. They wear their hair straight, curly. They got the Baps on that time, so I think it's just a way.
I know your baby calling, but before you go, what do you think about the lyrics of the song?
They are. I don't have an issue with the lyrics. I wouldn't have.
Of course you don't.
But I don't. It's just like one of them things. Like, you listen to it. It's a time and a place. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't have an issue with them. It's just a time and a place. For the lyrics, so that's how.
Okay, so if you listen to it, would you listen to the clean or the dirty version?
I listen to the dirty version. I do listen to it. I listen to the version.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we not gonna play like I say. I low key. Well, it's like I appreciate that, Jasmine. I
listen to it because I don't have an issue with it. I be jamming to. I ain't even gonna lie, but I wouldn't have
a nice beat, Jasmine.
It's a nice beat. I like the song. You know what I mean? I just think it represents liberation in a way, I guess. But I wouldn't have my kid listening to it. It's just one of them things where he'll listen to it when he get older. But
but you don't have a problem with the words, like what they're saying in the lyrics of the song.
I feel like there have been so many songs And then I feel like they've been being looked upon, they've being down upon only because they're women. Like, but it's plenty of men who say all kinds of crazy stuff and nobody says anything to them. You know what I mean? So it's just like, do you. And everybody listening to it. If everybody was listening to it, it wouldn't be popular.
Right.
Everybody
Right,
listening to
So everybody low key.
Everybody low key. They low
listening to it. That thing was on the top of the charts for like when it first came out. It was at the top of the charts. So it's like everybody's listening to it. Nobody has the issue with it. They just want to say stuff just to kind of, because they're women, and you know, people have problems with women and sexual liberation and all that. So that's just how I look at it.
I agree. I totally agree with that part, that people have a problem with women and sexual liberation. You know, and then I think as older women, we take the words literally, right, what they say. Like for me, I'm like, well, that ain't happening. That just sounds good, right? But that's what art is. Art is like, you know, it doesn't say exactly what it is. It's for you to use your imagination. And maybe my imagination may be a bit much for her, what they saying.
But you know what, guys, and then Jazz, we're gonna let you go so we can bring on our next guest all the way from the UK. I think, you know, I love Cardi B. Like I said, I love Cardi B. I love Megan Thee Stallion. But I think as a person, maybe it's my age, I kind of think, I understand the sexual liberation. I just think that, and I want you guys to comment in the comments and see if you agree with me with this, is that we have so many perverted people. So I know we say men can say any type of things, but we have so many perverted men that with sex trafficking being so big in the United States right now, and them having a song like this saying this, some perverted man who is sex trafficking these girls will feel like that this is like a woman's live song, and the girls they taking, this what they like. They saying they got WAP. You know,
no, Deshaun.
I do. I just kind of feel like that. I just think that we got to think about that. I mean, I know it's art.
We wear short skirts. We wear short skirts. We're asking to be raped or something.
These men were perverted before the song came out.
Absolutely.
These men had their own anthems. They was making up their own anthems with the songs that came from the 60s and 50s too.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think the same about those lyrics. They was. I think that songs back then were saying the same thing. They just weren't as out with it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, Millie Jackson said some stuff, and if you know it, you know it. If you don't, it's on you. I mean,
well, there's three sides to
I love Millie. I
just don't. I don't think it's bad, because men are perverted. I mean, you know, some men who perverted anyway. They can be listening with no music at all, and they still gonna find something to be perverted about.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you can't put I don't think you can put the music just to be like, well, this is what they like. Men gonna say anything.
Yeah,
that's almost like asking to be raped, like Miss Kai said. So
yeah, I feel you. But that was a good one. That was a good one, Kai. I see that. It's just like wearing short skirts.
Yeah.
Okay, Jazz. Well, thank you for joining the conversation.
Jasmine. No problem.
So enjoy this young perspective.
Thank y'all for having me.
All right, back on, Jasmine.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Bye. Okay, I mean, so that was a good perspective. That was a good perspective from somebody who's young, who said they listen to the Dirty Virgin. I just can't. I just, it's not, even without my kids in the car. And now my kids are like 18 and they listen to the Dirty Virgin. And I know, and I still think it's a lot for them to hear, maybe because I'm their mother, but you know, of course they know. I just think the words of that particular song are really raunchy. And you know, but I love the perspective. So you ready to
I like the song, but I do listen to some songs in the car. Like I want to be in my car because I feel like I'm grown, and I want, and it makes me feel even growner, right? And it takes me back to the single me if I'm listening to the songs. But that song is a bit too much. It's because I can visualize what they're saying, and it's like, wait a minute, that's a bit much. I'm fast, but I just ain't that fast. I mean,
right.
But I'm not I'm not art either. So.
Right. Well, like Jasmine brought up a great point. You know, everybody's listening to it. It's on the top charts. I mean, across the world. So it's the world we live in. So since we're talking about it's across the world, our next guest is coming in all the way from the UK. And I think on this one, I'm probably gonna have to give her a round of applause. Let me see, can we give her a round of applause? Because I mean, it's like 12:49 a.m. in the morning, and she has just come through to talk about WAP. So Jill, what?
Hey, stand up, Jill, and welcome. Your mute's on.
Mute. Hear me now?
Yes.
Hey, Jill.
Hello.
Okay, so Cardi B. So they listen to Cardi B. Tell people where you located.
Okay, I'm located in London, United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, and it's like 12:50 a.m., almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it is.
And you look that fly?
Yes, I stayed up. I made a promise to the Sean, so I stayed up.
Okay. So give us your thought process. What do you think about the song WAP by Cardi B?
I love it. I love it.
Which version do you love?
I love the dirty version more than the clean.
Well, wait a minute. But listen, how old are you?
I don't want to say it, Sean.
How old are you?
I am 46 years old.
And you like the dirty version?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I do.
That's what she's saying, okay?
Yes.
So the
they
lyrics,
talk the truth. They talk the truth.
and what is that truth, Jill? What is the truth?
What is the truth? Okay, if you really listen to the song, I understand the history between the two ladies, where they come from and where they at now. So they're just talking about their struggles and how they had to survive. And most of our women have to go through that struggles in that certain way to survive in some form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I understand that. So I wouldn't say it's that bad. It's just they're just teaching us what they went through to reach where they are.
But even with the initials, what WAP stands for?
Yeah.
You heard what she was saying.
But you sound like, now Cash, she's saying like she really like it like WAP. So do you identify with that?
No, I can't say that I identify with it, but I understand their struggles and I understand what they're saying.
Now, how did you get that from? How did you get? Because I feel like from your explanation just then, I feel like I need to go listen to it again. And everyone comment and let us know, did we miss something? Because Jill went real deep and talking about they talking about where they came from and their struggles and where they're going.
Yeah,
I didn't get that. Now I like the song and I like the beat and I like the liberation, as Jasmine said, of the other song, and you know where it's talking about, and I feel free when I listen to it with the clean version for me. Right? But I did not hear that they're talking about where they came from and where they are. I may have missed something, or I missed the interpretation, and maybe
like for example, we know Cardi B history, being a pole dancer, and you know, making her coins. You know, she always talk about those things, so we understand, you know, how she get from point A to point B. She always talk about being a pole dancer and how she used to make her coins and how she had to dance a certain way to get her coins. So now she's putting it in her music. So we understand. They're just telling the truth. And some people might like it, but that is the truth.
Okay, well, I guess all the way from the UK, she said WAP. WAP. And she did her mouth like that, WAP.
But you know what I really like that you said, Jill, what I really like what you said, because us as women and we often talk about when we get older, we think we should be in a box and we shouldn't be as sensual as we were when we were in college or we were younger. And the fact of the matter is that we really need that sensuality. What I'm learning and what I do, we really need that sensuality to make us feel like a girl, right? And they're just giving it to us
in a raunchy kind of way. I mean, I feel like we need the sexuality, but
older, right? But
I mean,
maybe we need to jump out of this little shell that we have of being so prissy, if you will, and so prunish, if you will, in our thought process of sensuality, because that is a thing that allowed us to be liberated when we was young and don't care, right? But we feel like a girl, more like a girl, right? So maybe we should listen You know, and I think we came on with an intention to talk about things in one way, but having you on and even though you're 46, not at 50, you're still in our age group to say that, hey, listen, I like the song. I like what they're talking about. And we need to be more liberated and not so prunish. And because we're older, we're just like, because life is like just beginning for me, right? So I really appreciate your thought process of that.
Well, listen, I'm 53. I'll be 54 this year. I'm a 1966 baby. I think that's something you should say in private. I think that's it, and I love it. And she say some stuff. I'm pruning. I just think if you want to say that to your man or something, you say it in private. But I don't know if you let everybody know. But that's just me. I'm just old school, and that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. But
sticking to it,
Sean, but remember, we have the new school like myself and the ones that is coming, and they're more free.
Yeah.
You know, they're more free and they're more open, and we have to kind of respect that now.
But see, you from Trinidad, so y'all been winding it up for a long time.
Sweet.
They winding up over here according to the song, and according to the song. They're just in the closet about it. You guys are just out. You know what I mean? So when we were talking about things that were ghetto, even the slow winding. If we see somebody slow winding, we know what region of the world that they're from, right?
Yes.
So what's your thought about the whole ghetto thing? Like, do you think things are, or is that a term that you use in the UK of ghetto, and does it mean the same? And what's your thought?
Like the hairstyles, Jill?
The hairstyles in the UK is more powerful. I mean, everybody follow the trends. So more of the Black women, or the BAME ladies, I should say.
And what is that? The who ladies?
The BAME, BAME.
And what does that mean?
It's all about the ethnic women.
Okay.
So Black, mixed race, Asian, everybody except European. They are the ones, we will follow the styles. So when we saw, like, for example, the new song WAP, and we saw that hairstyle, of course we know of that hairstyle, and everybody is going for it because it's trendy, it's nice. We wouldn't say that as ghetto. We was like, wow, I love that hairstyle. They will actually get dressers to get that hairstyle done, to go to the party, to look good. We're not thinking about ghetto. We're thinking about trend, looking good, standing out. That's what we look at it in the UK.
Oh, wow, that's good. Because here in the United States, it's like, that's hood. This is hood girl. She a hood rat. A hood rat.
But people classified to be from a certain area, like the Sharon we were talking about earlier. They classified to be from a certain area. But I think it's interesting that you say that here in the UK, we see if these two popular, trendy, urban ladies wear, or what do you say, BAM? What do you say, BAM? BAM women wear their hair this way, and they're popular, and they have this big song, then it's the in thing to do. So now, you're saying now we're going to see women from the UK kind of bring this style back, because it's been here in the US, right? And some women probably still wear a few, but it's like a throwback style. Throwback meaning going back to yesterday or something we did yesterday in the past. So now we may see this in the UK become popular because people wore it, and it
will come popular. They will mimic the celebrities. So a lot of them will roll out in Cardi B style or Megan Stallion style, and everybody will be like, wow. It will be more softer, but it'll have that same effect, but it'll just be a little bit more softer and modern. But yeah, we're gonna go for the style. We're not gonna look at it as ghetto.
I like that, Jill. I like that. Oh yeah. Jill, thank you so much. Jill, thank you so much. Thank you all the way from the UK. Thank you so very much for staying up. Staying up to the wee hours in the morning. Now you can go to sleep, but thank you for sharing your perspective all the way from the UK.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Wow. So that was some interesting conversation on the way they see it in a whole nother country, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I learned a lot, and I'm forever learning. So I learned a lot in understanding just the way cultures act differently in different areas, and and really trends, because we do those things here in America. We follow trends, but we may not follow them as exact as she was saying, right? We may say, like you said, we'll say, oh, that's ghetto, we're not going to do that, right? If we're from a certain economical status, right, we're not going to do that. We know that people did it, but Jill's saying, like, listen, over here, that's like the end thing. That's what we're gonna do. And
right.
I love hearing a different perspective on it. And I also love having Jasmine on. She's younger, and Jasmine is where we were before in life, right?
Right.
Where Jasmine was, sidebar. Okay, so I don't know. I like that Jasmine gave us that point of view of, you know, there's nothing wrong with this. This is where we are. This is what they're talking about. I listen to this version. I have no shame. She had no shame in saying, this is the version I listen to, right? As opposed to us like, well, I low-key listen to it. You know what I mean?
Or perverts gonna be perverts no matter what. So you can't, you know, wrap your whole life up and live life on eggshells just because. And like what you said, you know, just because I wear a short skirt or have my back out with a shirt, that don't mean that I'm asked to be raped. So that's good. Well, we've had some good conversations. I'm turning my head looking this way because we had Rita who says, you know, she think the song is too much, you know, and then Ashley Shantae from California who's listening. Hey,
Ashley.
Hey, then we even have Aretha Thomas got her ear up saying, I'm listening. And so, and she's old school. So, you know, we thank you guys for joining us in the conversation every week. We're here, me and my co-host, we're here to talk about what's going on in the world. Yeah, and we always have,
this is a really fun show.
This was, I mean, so we had 2 shows back to back, you know, last week, I mean, the week before last with Darius, and then this week, it's really good. So for those who's listening, drop your comments below. Let us know what you think about it. We may have you as a guest on the show. We want to hear how you feel about our topics on Main Talk. We'll be back here next week at the same bat time, same bat channel here on Main Talk. We'll see y'all next week, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Main Talk.
This was good.
Let's talk about
I really enjoyed it.
It's not your average
conversation.
Liberating. I need something. Maybe I need to be like the life of Benjamin Buttons and go back.
I know how to cut it, clip it, snip it, flip it, whip it, twist it, curl it.
I need a lot. Okay, I need help.
I'm showing how hair, blow it, grow it, wrap it, snap it, weave it, lock it, braid it. Girl, you can wave it, shade it.
It's too much. TMI. Bye, y'all.